Hi everyone, my name is Vess and you're watching East Auckland Property Show. And while we're still on the sensitive topics, let's discuss one that has been interesting, not very probably pleasant if you are in the process, which is the topic of separations and what happens to a property when we have a separation. And I think that's a very current topic, especially going through COVID, and I know that you've dealt with a lot of cases.
Yeah. We have. I think I told you, Vess, we had a lot of calls during lockdown and after lockdown from some of our clients who are now going through separations. And certainly, on a positive note for a lot of couples, they spent lockdown together and you've actually worked out you do quite like your family and you like each other, which is wonderful, But for some of our other couples, I think it potentially escalated a process they were about to go through anyway. So we are certainly dealing with that. Now, one little thing, guys, this will be just some, general information, just some general thoughts. If you are going through this, please just do make sure that you take your own advice and speak to your own lawyer, because this is a very personalised process. Every situation is different because of the dynamics of your relationship, whether you've got kids, but also, what assets you hold, how do the liabilities work, all of those sorts of things. But we'll give you just a little bit of an oversight. These days, when we're talking about separations, that covers off people splitting up very, very generally, because we have a number of ways that we have relationships, and all of those ways are recognised in law. So you could be married, could be in a de facto relationship, you could be in a civil union, and we do have some guidance around what those terms mean in terms of our legislation, the Property Relationships Act, and that was amended to cover out all of those different types of relationships. So we now talk about separation. You've decided, one person at least has decided that their relationship isn't continuing. Our Act gives us some guidance. It actually sets out almost like a default provision that says, in the absence of an agreement or what we call contracting out, or contracting out under Section 21, there's a default presumption that you share relationship property, 50-50, subject to some special circumstances. This is again very, very general. And relationship property, very, very quickly and generally, is anything you've acquired during the relationship, or anything maybe you've acquired before the relationship, but it's been used for relationship purposes. And what I mean by that, the family home. So Vess, you owned, I know now you're looking nervous, let's say you've owned the family home for years and years and years, and your partner moves into it. Clearly you've occupied that home for the benefit of your relationship. So after you've been together for 3 years, then it is open for equal sharing, because of our legislation. In terms of a separation, as I've said, it is a very personal experience, and it's never a fun experience. The only thing I can hope for people is that they find some ways to hopefully make the process a little bit more workable, because ultimately you have been in a relationship with this person, and clearly and for some reasons you love them. There were some good things about them, I promise, guys, in the past.
Probably you have kids also together?
Kids, exactly. Sometimes the best thing is to not lose sight of that, and to see if we can find a way to negotiate a resolution of financial split. And interestingly, in New Zealand, we've got quite a different system that we see the financial separation as being quite separate from, say, the dissolution of marriage or arrangements in terms of children. I think because in New Zealand we've recognised that sometimes these financial arrangements really can cause a lot of problems. So we do have the ability to resolve the financial separation quite quickly, despite if you're married not being able to have a dissolution of marriage for 2 years. So a lot of people don't know that. They think you've kind of got to do them together. So kind of my advice from my perspective is, in an ideal world, and some of the best separations, if I can call them that, 'cause they're never going to be fun.
The win-win.
The win-wins are ones where the parties were able to recognise that they didn't want to be together romantically anymore. But they understood that they needed to be civil to each other and polite, and it was a negotiated process, a bit of give, a bit of take on both sides, and pragmatism. And they, in a lot of ways, managed to negotiate it between themselves, so they were both bought into the process. And then they each have their own lawyers. It's very important. Everyone's separately represented, and it was then documented into a formal agreement that everybody was happy with. Okay. We are seeing quite a few different approaches these days. Okay. Super interesting. Sometimes we get one partner buying the other person out of an interest in a house or the family home. And in terms of that process, it's almost like a third-party sale. The parties negotiate a price. And it is sold to that person alone for that price, and then we work out what needs to be paid in terms of paying out the other person's share in the equity. And then they would either re-borrow or refinance their lending to
often they do
that.
register valuation just to make sure that
And that's the thing, if they're not in agreement, our default position is registered valuation, because then we've got certainty, everybody's happy. And sometimes it's more than one valuation. You get yours, I get mine, we meet in the middle, there's lots of different ways to do it. So sometimes, yes, one partner buys the other out. Sometimes if that's not an option, or it's everybody wants to see where the market will go, we often work together to put the house on the market, and we will sell it to a third party, and then it's actually the cash that's divided up. But
it's a very transparent process, especially if it's an option, right?
Exactly. I mean, the market, people will pay what they want to pay for it. And sometimes we even do it where there is a disagreement about when both people want to buy, we actually put it on the market, and we say, look, if you are interested in buying, you attend the auction. So it's super interesting. So that's quite cool. We've also seen some really more unusual ones recently, where the parties have come together. They've recognised they don't want to be together romantically, but they still want to own property together. I know. I see the look on your face. We've done quite a few recently.
It's a good business decision.
They've worked out it's not a good time for them to sell for various reasons, or because alone they don't have the same economic power as they do jointly. And we actually do a separation agreement that says, look, we don't want to be, together anymore, and there's no romantic relationship, but now we want to create and further a property owning partnership. And we set out in the agreement rules around how that would work, how you interact with each other. Sometimes with rental properties, how are you topping up, or how do you share the income? And then we also put in there mechanisms if that's really not working for you long term, ways to get out of it.
Do you need to change the title in that case, or?
No. It's almost like an overlay. And we've got this separation agreement that says, hey, look, we're going to keep things the way they are. We love it. We don't love each other, but we love our property. And sometimes actually we get what we call mixed model agreements, and they've got a mixture of all these different things. Someone buying something, someone selling something sold on the open market, some things retained. And I think the reason why I wanted to bring that up is, again, to almost full circle my comments at the beginning. This is an individual process. What maybe worked for your friend during their separation, it doesn't need to be your solution. This is about you, what's right for you and your family financially and emotionally. And certainly our options are open. Don't think just because you're separating, everything has to be sold like that. Sometimes it's a staggered approach, or a wait and see,
What do you think is the best time to get in contact with your lawyer? I mean, not when everything is already over, probably a little bit in advance, or...
Do you know what? I think, again, every person is different in terms of their comfort levels. Certainly, and somewhat awkwardly, sometimes I've known about a separation before the news has been broken to the partner. Yeah, and that's actually good too, because sometimes
Good planning.
you get good planning, a bit of education about how the process might happen, but also I can give some really good tips about keeping things calm, because to be honest, the calmer we can keep this, a negotiated separation will be a lot cheaper financially and emotionally than going to court and fighting about it, because a lot of the times you end up with the same result. Okay, so some people come to be nice and early, some people about the time it's all sort of happening, some people come to us years after the fact and say, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Thanks.
It wasn't that important, so.
Well, yeah, and it's only then when they want things tidied up or they're trying to refinance, they're like, oh, by the way, we separated ages ago and we thought it could work. So the thing is, ideally we do want you to see lawyers though. If you've got a separation agreement, it really does confirm exactly what you've agreed. I know a lot of couples do it on a handshake and it can work, but your risk is that someone changes their mind, or potentially there's a claim from an outside party later. That separation agreement gives you finality, and you know that what's yours is yours, or a process to follow. So it's a really good idea to do it when you're comfortable, when you're ready as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's
good. I mean, it's a hard one, Vess. This is a really in-depth topic.
Yeah, and there's so many different ways that they could go with kids, and someone wanted to buy it out, the other part doesn't want to do it, and you can have so many different scenarios in this one. So probably the best advice will be get in contact with your lawyer
and have a really good chat. Keep an open mind, but I think my best piece of advice, again, which probably does me out of fees, is as much as possible, no matter how hurt and upset you are, try to stay calm. And realise that a good negotiated solution might save you a lot of money and heartache in the long run.
And just out of curiosity, after or during COVID, what was the spike of inquiries about separation compared to same time last year, for example, or the previous month?
Oh gosh, it is a huge boost. So in really basic figures, let's say just at the moment we used to maybe have like one a week. Now it's more one a day. Okay, so quite a big spike. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thanks Kristine. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.